Okay, so we're taking a look at Soul Trader. We kind of missed it a little bit at EGX last year because we're awful, but we're actually catching up with them here at Rezzed. So for those that haven't had a chance to look into it so far for whatever weird and wonderful reason, give them a kind of, in a nutshell, what the game's all about.
Great, so Soul Trader is a space game that's all about people. So the game is a 2D top-down space game, so it's a little bit like a game like Elite, where you trade goods, you can run missions, you can visit different planets, you can be a pirate if you want to, that kind of gameplay. What's interesting about it is that the game generates 200 years worth of history and characters and society for you before the game even starts. And when you create your own character, what ends up happening is that you can generate basically yourself from birth, and you can make all of your life choices all the way to the start of the game. And the whole game is centered around working how to use this contact network to your advantage. So when we say you can trade goods, you don't just trade water with Earth, say. You might trade with Joe from accounts at a particular factory who might, I don't know, have a crush on your sister and go back way back with your dad or something. And that all of those kind of connections and influences all affect the way that the game plays.
So one of the things that I know personally, because I actually went ahead and did it, you went through the Kickstarter process. I backed it personally because I saw it at EGX last year. How did that process go for you though? Because it's obviously quite often a really rocky road to go down.
It's a real roller coaster. It's hard work and it's a huge amount of kind of effort in terms of getting back to people and just trying to get in front of people. And there's a lot of Kickstarters out there. There's a lot of great games on Kickstarter now. So just get it noticed was difficult, but it was great that we had enough feedback and a number of people really liked the game, and it was definitely worth it. We went through twice, so the first time we went through didn't quite make it, but we learned a huge amount from that process and went through it, and thankfully it made it the second time, so I'm glad that happened.
Wonderful. And how have you found the sort of response to be around that? I mean, obviously you hear it here again now. You've brought a lot of extra different tweaks and bits and pieces into the game. How have you found that process going along?
So from the Kickstarter, just kind of tweaking it, yeah. So the Kickstarter process included a beta testing feedback kind of tier on that, and that was great to give people a chance to look at the game early and to get some feedback on how it was going and that kind of thing. The main thing that we benefited from was just in coming to shows and things like that was really the feedback. So it's great to meet gamers and talk about the game and see them enjoying the game and getting the feedback from that was brilliant. So I think two things. I think the Kickstarter itself generated a lot of feedback on the kind of content and the style of gameplay that we were going for, and it allowed us to really refine it and help us to do that. And also just sitting down with people at the game. I've just written down 3 ideas from the last guy who was playing it, so it's great to kind of get that sense of feedback.
Absolutely, and the more of that goes in, the better, right?
Yeah.
So the other thing I was going to ask is, at the moment, do you have a playable demo? I understood you had one before during the Kickstarter process.
Yeah, we do have a playable demo. The playable demo online is the Kickstarter demo, so that game is probably half the game that it is now. So we will be coming out with, the game's coming out on June the 6th on Steam, so actually we're very close to the point where we can actually show the game to everyone. So there is a demo, but it's a little bit older, but it gives you a sense of what the game's about.
Fantastic, and then finally, where can we keep up with all the updates around the game going forward?
So you can follow it on Steam. So it's on Steam now. There's a store page there. You can add it to your wish list. You can go to the website, which is soultrader.net. There's a lot of information there. And there's also a mailing list you can sign up to at EGX or other places. So yeah, that's the best way to keep track of what's going on.
Wonderful stuff, and we'll definitely be keeping up with it. I'll be probably live streaming it fairly soon. Thank you very much for taking the time to talk to us.